Hey guys, what's going on? Chris Malahide here. We are talking about Prospecting Skills 101 today. So this is going to be a little bit of a basic overview of how to talk to people. So if you're in network marketing, MLM, sales in general, this stuff is definitely going to pertain to you. So if I were you, I would take some notes and pay attention. So my blog post this week, I talked a lot about how to talk to people, essentially. So if you're out recruiting, and if you're a recruiter for a network marketing company, an MLM, or something along those lines, you're constantly trying to keep your eyes open to look for high quality people that you can talk to enroll or get in your business or get on the products that your company offers, either A or B in those situations. So in my blog post, I talked about two different ways that you can prospect people. I'm going to kind of go over those a little bit for you today. The first one being kind of a quick situation, quick scenario, and then the second one being more of a longer term like scenario where you see somebody at a barbecue and you're going to be there for the whole day. You don't want to just go running around and just prospecting everybody at the party because they're going to kick you out. They're not going to really, the people that are hosting aren't going to want to see you doing that. So the first one, and I do this all the time, whether I'm at the grocery store picking up a sandwich. They do these awesome pre-made subs at one of the grocery stores locally here. And I love it. I'm always talking to people when I'm going through the cashier line, different things like that. And you normally don't have a lot of time. Say you're at Dunkin' Donuts and you're getting a coffee, or you're at Starbucks, or whatever coffee shop might be around you, and you are getting your order taken by this woman, and she's just awesome. She has just the best personality, super bubbly, super happy, excited to be just conversing with people throughout her work day, right? With somebody like that, what I'm going to do is, you talk with them for a couple seconds. Hey, how's it going today? How's your job going? How's the day going? And they'll be like, oh, it's going pretty good. I'm having a good time. Whatever they might say, however it might go. At the end of that order being placed or a conversation, be like, hey, is this your only job? And a lot of times they're going to say no. Most people these days are working multiple jobs, so it's a pretty common thing. You're like, no, I have another job. I just do this part-time, or I'm in school and I do this part-time, or yes, this is my only job. It could go a million different ways. And then at that point, I say to them, hey, I have my own business. I own my own company, and I'm always keeping my eyes open for different people that might be a great fit for my company. And I thought, with your personality and the way that you're interacting with these customers today, I'd really love to get some information in front of you and see if maybe it's a good fit for us to pair up and work together. And a lot of times, if you put it in that way, they're going to say yes. You're going to be able to grab their phone number, and you're going to set up a phone call with them. Essentially, set up a time you can meet over the phone. Normally, I'll grab their number and say, hey, I know you're busy. What's your number? And I'll text you right now. So they give you a number 603, blah, 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 blah. And you just enter that into the text message, and you text them and say, hey, whatever their name is, this is Chris from, Market Basket or Shaw's or wherever you met them from. So that way, when they get out of work and they look at the text message, they'll have a reference to what your name was in case they forgot. You will have a reference going back into it as to what their name was, so you don't forget. And then you can follow up with them later that day after they get out of work. Be like, hey, what would be a good time that we can set up a call? And just try to set an appointment with them as soon as possible. Sometimes you can even do that right in that moment, right in that situation. Sometimes you got to take it out because they got other people waiting in line behind you, and they got to go. So the other situation where you're out prospecting is something that's more like a family barbecue, or a barbecue that you're invited by some friends to come over. Now, this can be a very slippery slope. You want to be very careful how you go into a situation like this. I've been doing network marketing for 7 years, and in the beginning, I was definitely doing this all wrong. I was going to a party. I was a bartender at the time, so I was going to a party after work and meeting people and trying to pitch them on my business right there. And it got me a reputation pretty quick back in the beginning of being that guy who's always trying to pitch everything and always trying to sell his buddies all this stuff. And it turned a lot of my friends off really quickly. Fortunately for me, I figured that out, and I stopped doing that, and I developed a better, more effective way to get information in front of people. So now if I'm at a cookout or I'm at a party or a situation, a birthday party, or going out bowling with some friends, and there's somebody new there. Right now it's playoff hockey season, so the other day I was watching playoff hockey, chatting with a nice guy that was at the barbecue for Memorial Day and playoff hockey, and I didn't prospect him right there. What we did is we hung out for a few hours while we were there. We had a great time talking about all kinds of stuff, and I developed a good relationship. I built a relationship with this guy, and when you go back at that, now you want to look at, how can I prospect this guy the next time? So I didn't get his phone number that day, but I know he lives right above my friend and I'm over there all the time, so I know I'm going to see him again. And you're always thinking about, okay, well, what's the next opportunity? Dog's going crazy on the bed over here. Anyway, so hopefully that noise isn't too annoying for you guys. But anyways, just keep this rolling, keep it real. But, this guy I was talking with, we had a lot of things in common. He was talking about an app that he had developed, so he had some passive income coming from it. I talk a lot about passive income in my business. It's something that I teach people how they can make a passive income. So I talked to this guy for a while about all this different stuff, and now, at the end of it, if I was, say, at a cookout and I know I'm not going to bump into that person again, towards the end of that cookout, what I would do is I would go up to him and be like, hey, I had a really good time getting to know you today. I'd love to grab your number. I actually, I have my own business. I'd love to be able to reach out to you. I think that it might be a good fit for you, but, we're at a party right now. I don't really want to get into it right now, but is there a time later this week where I might be able to shoot you a message and we could set up a time to get on the phone? And really just having that quick conversation saying, we're at a party right now, we're in the middle of something right now, but I'd love to be able to connect with you later this week. What would be a good time for you? And kind of preliminarily set that up. Now, a lot of times they might ask you, what is this? Or what is it? And I would really stand strong on the fact that you don't want to get into it right now. Because people, if you've been in network marketing for a while, they're going to notice that. And it's kind of rude. They're there at a party. They invited you to a party with all their friends. So I would just try to keep that out of it. So go to the party, have fun, develop the relationships, enjoy yourself, and just grab people's phone numbers. And even with now, something that I've been doing a lot lately is I'll connect with them real quick on Facebook or whatever social media you might prefer, because that's actually going to kind of put them into your funnel as well. So if you connect with them on Facebook, say it's this guy Jim that you just met, right? And hey Jim, are you on Facebook? And you'll be like, oh yeah. And you're like, oh, let me connect with you real quick. What's your last name? And then you send them a friend request right then, have them accept it, or you can have them type. This is actually an even better idea. Have them type your name into their phone, so they send you a friend request and you can accept it. So now you're definitely connected. And you can just send them a message on Messenger and communicate that way. But now they're in kind of like your Facebook funnel where they're going to be able to see the stuff that you're posting. And it's not just a random phone number where if you don't get in touch with them in the next couple of days, then now nobody ever remembers who that contact actually is. If, say, it doesn't get saved into their phone, there's no way for them to really remember without having to go back through their text messages and see who maybe had been messaging them, right? But if it's on Facebook, they'll be able to look at it and they'll be able to put a face directly with the name because you got your profile picture right there on the screen. So that works out great. So really the big thing with prospecting and going out and meeting people is I would just really recommend getting to know them, having a good time, being in the moment, and then towards the end of that interaction, that's when you either grab their Facebook name so you can connect with them there, have them plug you into their Facebook so they can connect with you, or grab a phone number towards the end of that interaction. So if it's maybe at a store or at a restaurant or something like that, it's going to have to be pretty quick. And then just use something along the lines of, hey, I really had a good time. You did a great job serving us today. You're really fantastic with people. I have my own business. I'd love to get some information in front of you. Are you open to checking out something that you could do on the side outside of your job here, waiting tables, or outside of your job here at Starbucks or something along those lines? And just toss it out there real quick, because you never know. And I've enrolled plenty of people that have come from situations just like that. And some of the best people that have come in through my organization were people that met randomly at the airport or somewhere random like that, where they just barely crossed paths and were able to get connected real quick, shared some information, and it really resonated with that person. So sometimes it's going to be on the product side. So I'm in health and wellness. So with us, sometimes they're talking about how they're sick or they're in pain or something's broken or not working right with them. And I know that our product could help them with that. And sometimes when their health isn't at its optimal place, it's not a good time to be talking about business opportunities. It's a better time to be talking about how you can help them with their health. And then in turn, in the future, they might be more interested in the business. Or sometimes they're talking about how they need more money. They are looking at trying to take on a second job, or they haven't taken a vacation in a couple of years. They've been doing these things called staycations, where you take a vacation, you take your vacation time from work, but you just stay at home instead of doing anything fun. Staycations, I think that's a horrible idea. But just always keep your eyes open as to how you could help somebody. And that's really what it comes down to. It's about being able to bring value to somebody else's life through your company, through your products that you offer first. And then as a result of you bringing value to them, you're going to be able to get a benefit from that in the future, which is really cool. So thank you guys for hopping on, checking this out on YouTube today. I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to have more information coming, more videos, more podcasts, more blogs, all these things. Don't forget to subscribe and check out in the description below. Go check out my blog and my website, because I got a whole bunch of other posts on there. And hopefully I can help you guys just get a little bit better in what you're doing with network marketing. That's really what this is all about for me. I'm not really asking for much. Check this stuff out. Hopefully it's going to bring some value to you, and I can help you have more success with either your company, or maybe if you're looking for another company, you can reach out to me, and maybe it'd be a good fit for us to work together. So thank you guys. Have a great day. This is Chris Malhoit, and I'm out of here. Have a great day.